I was born and raised in Champaign, Illinois, but my mom and dad were both on drugs. They both were doing heroin. And in the process of them doing drugs, we ended up having to go to a foster home, me and my brothers and sisters. And it kind of hurted me because my parents, it's like they didn't care at the time. You know, it was just all about them. And it kind of affected me as a kid growing up. Growing up as a kid, I was angry. You know, I used to cry a lot, and I used to always say, "Hey God, why are you doing this to me and my brothers and sisters? Why us?" You know. But I had someone tell me, you have to forgive them. Because you can't hold on to something that could stop your growth. You know, my dad ended up coming back into our lives, and you know, me and my 4 brothers that were younger, you know, we ended up actually having a conversation with my dad and letting him know how we felt about what him and my mom did. You know, I used to act out, you know, when I was a kid because I was acting for attention. I ended up forgiving my mom and dad. We ended up talking, I ended up telling my mom too, I forgive you. Forgive you guys for what you did. I ended up moving to Texas with my mom, and this is when I really got into church and everything. Me and my mom would talk about my stepfather because basically he lived with her, and you know, he would never pray. He never liked going to church or anything. So I told my mom, I said, let's pray for him. So me and my mom got down and prayed, you know, and out of nowhere, he came in the same room with us and he started praying. And I said, I know God is real. He is. I ended up coming back up to Chicago after so long. I ended up meeting my wife, basically, in Chicago because we went to high school together. But we ended up reconnecting when I came back to Chicago. So she ended up coming up here to school. So she comes up here and she's telling me, like, you should come up here. And, you know, and at first I was like, no, I'm gonna come up there. Like, no.
What did you hear about Duluth? Like before you would...
Basically, when I came up here, what I heard about Duluth was, you know, she's like, it's easy to get a job. But she was just like, it's just, everybody know everybody. She said, so I'm gonna let you know that now. So she's like, if you try to talk to anybody or, you know, I'm telling my girl, like, look, I ain't coming up there to talk to nobody. I'm with you. Like, that's not my concern. But, you know, we ended up coming to an understanding, an agreement.
Yes.
So I ended up coming up here. I ended up, you know, her auntie invited me to church one Sunday. You know, when I started to take my word more seriously, that's when I became more, you know, trying to live by the Bible, you know. You know, of course, no one is perfect. But he said, those who seek his face shall never be disappointed. So no matter what you're doing, as long as you're seeking his face, then, you know, you will never be disappointed. God will always be there, which he has always been there. He said, I will never forsake you or leave you. So no matter what you're going through, he will always be there. And, you know, sometimes you have to ask God when you're praying and worshiping, you say, you know what, God, make me be patient. Give me the knowledge. You know, if some people that's not right in your life too, you have to let them know. You gotta let God know, like, hey God, if they're not right for me, then move them out of my life. You know, only put the positive people within your life because that's the only way you're gonna be able to move forward. I'm not saying necessarily you gotta stop messing with them, but you gotta let them know, like, hey, look, I'm all for God. If you're not trying to live this life or you're not trying to fix yourself, then I can't let you be a part of my life because you're stopping my growth, you know, as a Christian. You know, through the midst of that, I became more and more, you know, just eager to know God. Some people just come to church just to see who coming or see what somebody got on, you know, and that you shouldn't come to church for that. You should come to church for God and Christ only, you know, and that's how people get distracted, and that's how stuff starts because you come into church for the wrong reasons. You should be like, yes, okay, I'm gonna receive His word. I'm gonna let God use me. And I'm grateful just for the littlest things, like, you know, even sitting here talking to you, I'm grateful for that because, you know, I just want to change my life for the better, you know. I just have to believe, you know, like, hey, you know what, no matter what I'm going through, God, it's okay.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.